Emerson has claimed that Zimbabwe has been developing, but is that development also chasing the Zimbabweans away from Zimbabwe, because we're seeing Zimbabwe running out of their country in numbers. And also on that, he dodged the question when he was asked about the land reform being actually racially reformed. And he dodged that particular question and said those who actually wanted the land to be given in equitable terms, just as Africans, they remained in Zimbabwe. Again, in terms of answering the questions at a global scale, I think Mnangagwa fell beyond the normal bar. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Tonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Let's hear Mnangagwa being interviewed.
So I wonder if there's a lesson about targeting people on the basis of their skin color. Do you think? Well, people had their land seized in Zimbabwe who were born in Zimbabwe, and they were targeted on the basis of their race. And I wonder if you think that's good or bad.
No. Land did not belong to a race. It belonged to Zimbabweans. So when the colonialists took land from us, time came when we asserted ourselves, take back our land. And those who wanted to have land at the same basis as the African people of Zimbabwe remained. But those who felt they were superior left.
Okay.
So that was the response of Emerson Mnangagwa on land. Let me just
contrast your experience with China versus the Western powers. Do you think that Zimbabwe and other African countries, to be totally blunt, get a better deal from Chinese investment than they have with Western powers over the past 150 years?
Well, my view is that initially, as we became independent, we had most of our development thrust was from the West. But as we evolved, we have also benefited from investment and cooperation from countries like China.
But the basic structure seems the same. Foreign powers extract mineral wealth from various African countries. But do you think that the arrangement that Zimbabwe and other countries currently have with China is better or worse for Zimbabwe than it was under, say, the Brits?
I think the premises upon which you construct your question, I don't think is perfect.
Not surprised.
Yes, Zimbabwe is a sovereign state.
Yes.
You understand? And we move on the basis that give the best results of our resources. Whether it is the relation with the West or the East, what is primarily important is what we ourselves as long as are satisfied with. We don't need to please the West or please the East. We please ourselves.
Good. That seems like a good model for every sovereign country.
Okay. As much as people were clapping hands, especially those who were listening to Emerson Mnangagwa, I'm telling you, men took the bar for Zimbabwe very, very low. The questions he was asked again, he did not answer them. He did not. When he hears the name the West, what he thinks of doing is sovereignty. When was that coming through? Because the question was, do you think the manner in which do you think why do Africans prefer West over East? Are they giving you better deals than the West? Because the same model they extract from your countries and they take iron ore and process it in their respective countries. Do you think there is a difference between the manner the West has been doing business with Africa, as well as also the East, that is China? Instead of answering that question, he actually condemned the question. I guess he did not understand the question. He could have actually done better. If China is offering them better deals, he could have actually stated why they prefer to trade with China and indicated, demonstrate why those deals are better than the deals that are offered by the Western countries. And this is a president who is speaking about re-engaging the West. By the way, also it's not a matter. Zimbabwe did not stop trading with the West because they were given bad deals. They stopped. It is the West that decided, because of human rights violations in Zimbabwe, not to actually be found aiding the regime that is abusing its people. That is the context why Zimbabwe found itself having no choice when it comes to China, but to accept the peanuts that comes with Chinese investment, which has not actually turned the economic fortunes of Zimbabwe. Of course, the government of Emerson Mnangagwa will actually lie that Zimbabwe is developing, and they claim that they are developing. He said, we are developing on our own. We are developing on your own, while it's China that is pouring in investments, and those deals are actually private. Zimbabweans don't know the deals, the details of the deals. What's in that we actually give in to China in order for the Chinese investments to come to Zimbabwe. So it is these critical issues you are supposed to come clean on. That he tried to evade the question. The issue, no one questioned the issues of sovereignty. No one. If you listen to the questions that were posed on Emerson Mnangagwa, unfortunately, he misfired. I think those who claim Mnangagwa studied law, because when you are studying law, you'll be writing essays, you'll be analyzing, you should be in a position to understand as simple questions as the ones that were posed to a head of state and failing dismally to answer. I could have said as the president, no, as the West, you decided to walk away. So we're left with China and what China offers us. We tried to negotiate in the best interest of the country to get moving on. Maybe that could have been a better response rather than chucking in sovereignty. We do what pleases us. So you are simply saying, even if it's corruption, you will do what pleases you. It's not even the people of Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe do not like Mnangagwa. They have not voted for Emerson Mnangagwa. I don't foresee them also voting for him. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Let me address this. You know, as Hloniphani Ncube, I'm in the I speak fluently my Ndebele language. When it comes to some of the words in English, like detector, dictators, whatever, I don't know, people have an issue with that. Please, I'm not an Englishman. As long as you get the context, that is what is enough. Don't force me or put me in a class. Maybe you cannot also pronounce that word properly. So I'm tired of seeing people, pronounce. Please, if you can hear, that's what matters. I'm not an Englishman. You can judge me on my native language. Thank you very much. Once again, let me laugh and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast as I give you more.